Social jet lag. It basically means that a person has different sleep times on weekdays than on weekends. In Europe, 78% of people suffer from it, and it's a sign of what some scientists call a catastrophic development in our society. They're talking about bad sleep. Matthew Walker, who's a professor of neuroscience and also the director for the Center of Human Sleep Science at the University of California, Berkeley, says that no part of our biology is left unharmed by sleep deprivation. It sinks down into every possible nook and cranny. Let's talk about that first part. What does it matter if I suffer from social jet lag? And what exactly is so bad about maybe sleeping an hour less than we should? Well, when we go to sleep, we are actually restoring our body, our brains, our immune system, our cardiovascular system. So when we don't get enough sleep, our body feels the effects. The results from studies are actually quite worrying. The connection between bad sleep and feeling depressed is well established, and changes in the timing of sleep are also associated with so many kinds of disorders, including metabolic, neurological, hormonal, and cardiovascular ones. And that is just a summary of what science has to say. So why am I making this video? Well, my channel, One World Interacting, is about the idea of sharing what we have learned in our lives. And this video was sparked by an experience I had during college. Something happened that changed my life, and I want to pass it on, so hopefully you can take something from it. Alright, so college. Let's be honest here. It isn't always fun. There were times when I felt lonely and tired. And I had way too many things on my plate, too many papers and exams, and you gotta try to stay in contact with friends from home, or while making new friends, while trying to eat reasonably well, and then the flu might hit you. Who are we kidding? It probably will. But I didn't want to just accept that this is how my life is like, tired and stressed and all that. So I said to myself, if something doesn't work, something has to change. So at that time, I started reading all kinds of books about bettering your life, and I started to try out a few things here and there. After learning more about sleep, I decided to change one thing. Just one little thing. And I kid you not, a week later, my life had changed. And I'm not saying this lightly. After my 1-week trial, I woke up in the morning and I didn't feel tired. And then during the day, I had this energy I didn't have before. But what was most amazing was that this little change started affecting many other parts of my life. The times I was at home not really feeling like going out and meeting friends because I was just too tired and comfortable, those times were gone. I started to feel so proactive that I actually left the house and wanted to do things and wanted to meet up with friends, which then in turn made me feel so good. Doing my work was quicker and easier because I had a clarity in my mind I didn't have before. And overall, at the end of the day, I just felt good, much more confident and happy. During that week, I realized the impossible power we have over our own lives by doing very little actually. So in the spirit of One World Interacting, I wanted to make this video to pass on what I've learned, share this one stupid little thing that can end up changing your entire life. I wanted to know, how is it possible that such a small act has such control over how we feel? It turns out we need to look at what scientists call the circadian clock. You might have heard of the circadian rhythm or the circadian system as basically your sleep-wake cycle. But even though the sleep-wake cycle is a key part, there's much more to it. Think of a 24-hour biological clock that cues many of your biological functions. This system touches every cell, every part of our tissue, and this brings me back to my life being changed. Because if this circadian clock within us is running well, we are more resistant to stress, our immune systems are stronger, it reduces the risk for many disorders, and because it regulates hormone production, it even stabilizes our moods. It's crazy. But here's the big question, what do I have to do to get this clock running well? What did I do that week? And here's the answer. We have to align the timing of our sleep with the circadian phase of sleep. Basically, you and your body have to be on the same page. But the problem is, we can't just text our circadian clock, hey, I need my sleep phase to be from 10 p.m. until 7 a.m. today. Our body just doesn't know unless we show it. Think about this, when you fly from one continent to the next and you have actual jet lag, your body takes a few days, but then it gets the message and changes the internal biological clock to its external environment. So this is how we tell our body. You go to bed the same time every evening and wake up every morning at the same time. Be consistent to let your body adjust and you will feel better. Consistency though is crucial. Studies have shown that even a small change to this precise clock can have bad consequences, and one big way to mess with it is to have inconsistent sleep times. It confuses the body. So if we want to rebalance our circadian rhythm and gain all the benefits, here are 3 things we have to keep in mind. First, you need to give your body enough time. If you're consistent, but you're consistent about not getting enough sleep, you're gonna feel horrible. Humans need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep, and if you don't know yet exactly how long you need in bed, I suggest giving it between 8 and 9 hours. I usually go from 10 p.m. until 6:30 a.m. in the morning, and that leaves me with a solid 8.5 hours, which tends to be plenty for me. Now 2, the time we give ourselves in bed does not equal the time we actually sleep. Humans take time to fall asleep, on average between 10 and 20 minutes, after we calmed down and thought about what happened during the day, or after whatever else you might be doing before sleeping. Either way, I suggest adding 30 minutes to your sleep time. So if you need 8 hours of sleep, give it 8.5 hours to make sure your body gets what it needs. And now on to 3, not only set yourself an alarm for the morning, but more importantly, set yourself an alarm for the bedtime in the evening. Trust me, it is so hard to go to bed on time, like at the time you set yourself. But it's possible, and the effects are really worth it. So here is my challenge to you. Pick 2 times and stick to them. And then tell me how it went. Text me, email me, or just comment down below. And if you have any other experience or your own advice on this, please share that as well. Your comment could really help someone else out there. Now, I'm gonna end this video with a quote by Tom Roth, but first, thank you for watching this video. One World Interacting is a brand new channel. I'm doing this for the very first time, and I'm trying to deliver you videos of value. So hopefully you can take something away from this. And everyone subscribing and passing on this video, thank you. You are helping out so much with that. So with this quote, I hope you're gonna have a good 1 week trying this, and I hope you having a great rest of your day.